Hi, my name is Anton, and this is the Linux Tutorial Show, where we discuss Linux news, what Linux is about, and what it does. First off, Linux is an open source operating system. It is the alternative. It is the third option between Mac and Windows. If you haven't heard of it before, it does amazing things. It is a very minimal system to run. With a computer with 1 gig of RAM, it can be flying on it. Unlike Windows, Windows will lag, be very difficult to run, and very slow. Linux can free up an old computer. It can give life to a computer that could be almost 10 years old. I have computers that are running with less than 1 gig of RAM and can fly on Linux. And with Linux, there's different distros. There's Ubuntu, Linux Lite, Linux Mint, and many more. And what these are, they're different flavors. They're different versions of the Linux system, the Linux core, or the Linux kernel. And what they bring is they bring different things. They bring their own thing to the table. One of them will bring a different UI, different software, different features. And that's the amazing thing. You can never, if you get bored with one system, you can install a new one and have an entirely new environment to play with. And that's why I want people to know about it. I want people to learn about it, because anyone can play with Linux. Anyone could learn what Linux does. And if you want to learn tech, if you want to learn technology, Linux is the place to start. With Linux, when I first started playing with technology a couple years ago, Linux was where I started. I installed Linux, I played with it, and it gets you to learn the coding. In Linux, the main way to install a program is through terminal. And when you, unlike Windows, where you have to install the program directly from an internet browser, you have that option too on Linux, but main programs have to be downloaded in a terminal. So, that's a very good alternative. It shows that, wow, it's different from Windows, but it shows how Windows can be so much better. Linux, when you install a program, you write in the terminal, sudo apt-get install whatever you want, Google Chrome. There's special names for each program you want, and it'll install it right in terminal, and the program's there on your desktop, waiting to be clicked and run. And that's amazing, where Windows, you have to go to Internet Explorer, go to the website, download the thing, wait till it loads, and then install it. And through Terminal on Linux, it installs it right for you, does all the things. If you need a driver, it gets it for you, and that's a major part. And another thing, Linux is the most updated system ever. You can update your computer in seconds. You just write sudo apt-get update in the terminal window, and your computer's updating automatically. Unlike Windows, where you have to go to Windows System Updates and it has to restart your computer, and it's like a headache. Restarting your computer can take 20 minutes because it wants to install an update, and Linux doesn't want to do that to you. It wants to stay out of your way, let you do what you want to do, and it lets you do your job in the best way. For my computer right now, it is a triple boot. It has Mac, Windows, and Linux. I'm running Arch Linux, which is a distro which is not for people who are just coming in. Get one of the others, Ubuntu or Mint, and my computer flies on Linux. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. It flies. It can do anything. And what I use Linux for is it's the fun operating system. Windows is my gaming and video editing. Mac is my business for school, and then Linux is purely fun. It's where I play around with code. It's where I play around with a lot of things. And I want to show you how to play with Linux too. I want to make you know what Linux is, and I want you to tell people what Linux is. And in the grand scheme of things, everyone is benefiting, everyone is learning. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. That's what I wanted to share with you today. So catch us next time on the second episode of the Linux Tutorial Show. Thank you. Please rate, like, and subscribe, and goodbye.